Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Adrien Broner posts a comparison of some of history's best and greatest boxers. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button, also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the notification gang, hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, the channel donations, and the Patreon family. Right now, I'm on Adrien Broner, his verified Instagram account. He's dropping a mixtape or something, and he posted this. But you guys seen the title? He posted this. It's like a spreadsheet pick stitch of him and some of history's greatest fighters: Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones, Muhammad Ali, Julio Cesar Chavez, and Ray Robinson. The caption reads, 28 years old and I'm a 4-time world champion in 4 weight classes, never been stopped, and always fight until the last sounding bell. I'm a warrior and I promise I will be a champion again. I'm already a legend, but I got plenty of fight left in the tank. Now, this is just something to look at. And obviously, to me, the way I'm interpreting, he's showing some of history's best fighters. Ray Robinson, 173 wins, 108 knockouts, but he also had 19 losses, right? Julio Cesar Chavez had over 100 fights also, 107, 6-2. Sugar Ray had 3 losses, been stopped before. So I think that's the point he's making. Like, a lot of these guys, everybody on here, all the legends have been stopped. He hasn't been stopped. I mean, I'm not going to get into it, compare everyone's resume to who they fought, and, you know what I mean, Muhammad Ali's at heavyweight, so there's some differences there, but I think overall his message is even the greats have losses, and some of them, most of them, have even been stopped, and he hasn't been stopped, so that's the purpose. My thoughts, I mean, that's cool. Broner posted a message. I did a video about it. I don't think it's over for Broner. A lot of people just don't like Broner for whatever reason, his personality or outside of the ring antics, but clearly, to me, it's not over for him. Like, that's dumb. Did he look exceptional in this fight with Mikey Garcia? No, but I don't think it's over. For me, I don't really tell another grown man when to retire. But if I were to like make the suggestion, or if I'm, in my opinion, I think someone should retire, it's like a Robert Guerrero, because you're no longer able to do any of the things that you're known for. Robert Guerrero is known as, I mean, listen to his last name, Guerrero. That's a warrior. He's known for being a warrior, having a chin, and he's getting stopped by an unproven, I'm not saying Omar Figueroa is not good, but he's not a proven welterweight, and he's getting stopped by him. His head's spinning up to the ceiling and stuff. That's not good. So I understand why Robert Guerrero, tough fight after tough fight, because I think he had like maybe 7 losses in a short period of time. I mean, I'm not going to go to his BOXrec and stuff, but that's a bit different. Broner can still beat guys. Mikey Garcia he's top of his class. He's elite, even though he is moving up. It's obviously a weight that he can sustain, and he has the technical and fundamental abilities to cause some problems and challenge guys at 140. So I mean, losing to Mikey was a risk, and Broner took it. You got to give him credit for that. Came up short. I don't think it's done for him. I think one of the things, I think he had a real good camp this camp. I mean, I wasn't in his camp or nothing like that, but I did cover the fight. I think he had a real good camp, but I think as he gets older, he might realize, because he just had a birthday, I think, the day of the weigh-in. As you get older, you realize there's some changes with your body. So all the stuff he might have done early in his career is maybe now, even though you had a great camp, maybe that not making weight for all those other fights. John Molina, he came out in a little bit over. The fight with actually Theopan, I think he might have came over. He switched to Granado's weight last minute. You know what I mean? All those things add up. Because I talked to Andre Ward, who's a pound for pound great, right? Even Jamal Charlo. And it's so funny because I say Andre Ward is pound for pound #1 is because I'm from the Bay and I'm biased and all this. But then you have other talented fighters like Jamal Charlo, Terrence Crawford, and they're saying the same exact thing. But back to Broner, I don't think it's over for Broner. I think there's guys he can beat. He could possibly become a champion again. It's going to be, I would say, kind of hard if he's doing it at 147. But then again, he might feel fresher at 147. I don't really know, but there's a lot of killers. The Errol Spence, He's friends with him, Keith Thurman. I mean, these are all dangerous fights with guys who are a bit bigger. But I really feel like with Broner, it might be similar, not exactly the same, but as Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I think Chavez Jr. really got it right in camp for Canelo, and he really wanted to make a statement. But the thing is, you can't just do it once. It has to come through repetition. But like I was saying with Andre Ward told me personally when I was interviewing him, I said, what about, we were talking about Kovalev, and he was like, yeah, he got this Olympic coach and this and that and made all these changes. He said, we didn't really make changes in the Kovalev rematch. He said, but the thing is, I'm not worried about that, because he said the work we've been doing, we stacked it. We've been stacking it. Those are his words. He's like, we've been stacking for years. Stack. So it's like work on top of work. So when you get to that moment, you're fully ready for it. It's, you know what I mean? You're not relying on just muscle memory or nothing. You know what I mean? You're actually used to the work. You're used to hard work and, you know what I mean, keeping your body clean and stuff like that. With Broner, it's a little bit different because he's catted off. I don't know if you guys understand, that's a Bay Area slang, but there's been points of his career where he wasn't as disciplined as he probably could have been, hanging out with celebrities or drinking, you know what I mean, whatever, gaining weight. So even though he probably got it right in this Adrien Broner versus Mikey Garcia camp, it's about stacking it. It's about consistently doing it. So like, he just needs to build, even though he didn't get knocked down. You know what I'm saying? People were too quick to say this retirement shit. He wasn't getting, like, Mikey Garcia never really had him on Queer Street or nothing like that. Broner can definitely bounce back from that. You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion. But it's about, he has to stack. He has to stack it and build from this camp and have several camps like this, and then try to challenge for a world title. You know what I mean? But you can't just like have bad camps and then not do what you're supposed to be doing and then just come back and like, oh, I had one great camp. So because other people like Mikey Garcia, from what I heard, he was pretty consistent. Even when he was dealing with this top rank issue, he wasn't like doing too much. I think he was doing some police academy stuff. He was still staying in the gym and stuff like that. It's different, the gym versus the bright lights, but it's still, I don't know Mikey Garcia's personal life, but I don't know if it's been as tumultuous as Broner. I don't remember Mikey Garcia's car getting shot up and shit like that. So Broner could definitely be back. I think there's some good fights. Danny Garcia is a good fight because Danny Garcia is relatively new to 147. They're friends, but they said for the right, you know what I mean, right paydays and stuff, they would fight each other. There's Omar Figueroa, who looked good, versus Robert Guerrero. There's the Adrien Granados rematch. I personally like Amir Khan versus Broner. I think that's a good fight. But Broner as a fight, in terms of style, he has to find a way. I don't know if he's shell-shocked from the Maidana's fight and he's just like more cautious. You got to find a way to let his hands go like he was doing when he was fighting Eloy Perez's and Vicente Escobedo, because that Broner, that's the real Can Man. Can Man, even though he was kind of picking his spots, he still let his hands go a lot more. Because when he was letting his hands go versus Mikey Garcia, he was doing fairly well. You know what I mean? He wasn't looking bad, but it's just, you needed a lot more of that. You know what I mean? You're the bigger guy. This guy's coming up to your weight, and you're letting him get off first. That's just, that don't even make sense. So I don't know. Maybe weight has something to do with it, or like I said, the up and down past camps. But it looks like it's probably real. He probably real disappointed because he did all this and actually took it serious and meant everything he said, and he looked the part. But just like Chavez Jr. versus Canelo, it doesn't work like that all the time. You know what I mean? It's like, just think of like driving. Let's say I want to drive from where I live to San Francisco. It's about, depending on traffic, but we'll say 45 minutes. 45 minutes to get to San Francisco with traffic, right? If I go straight there to San Francisco and I don't make any detours, any stops, and then someone else leaves my house at the same exact time, but they stop at 7-Eleven, they didn't plan, so they didn't get gas, they have to stop and get some cash out of the ATM, different things, they stop through a drive-through. Who do you think is going to get to the San Francisco, to the destination first? The guy that's been consistent and just drove straight there, no delays, no detours, or the person who made a bunch of stops. And that's kind of what it is when you're dealing with elite fighters. The elite fighter, like Mikey Garcia, if he hasn't had all these roadblocks and detours and stops in his career, and he's been more consistent, versus the guy like Broner, who's, you know what I mean, had to sit down, he was in jail, he had other issues, he was like ballooned up in weight and had to do a fat camp, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Broner to me is the guy who had more detours in his recent career, you know what I mean, where like jail stints, all that stuff, you know what I mean. And Mikey Garcia has been able to consistently like, to my knowledge, Mikey Garcia ain't been locked up or nothing. He never had to do like 30 days in the jail. He looked about every time I seen him in January, covered his fight with Dejan's Latish, and he looks about the same weight, you know what I mean. So that's just my little message. I think Broner can bounce back, but he just has to have more camps like this, and he has to let his hands go. Let me know your thoughts on Adrien the Can Man Broner. He did that comparison pick. What do you think of that? It's true though, legends have lost. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.